Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of September 27th through October 4th. And during that time, we'll have several moon phases. We'll have the waxing crescent, and then the first quarter on the 30th, and the waxing gibbous. So those waxing times are really good times to buckle down, get to work, focus, make adjustments on things that you're working on. And then that first quarter can kind of feel like the full moon energy. You might be a little bit irritable. It could be that there's just more, we feel like impulsive, impatient, that sort of thing, maybe trouble sleeping. So keep that moon energy in mind as you're moving through the week, and then use that first quarter energy if you can, or meditate yourself through it if it's too much energy for you. So anyway, this will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Scorpio. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is a new start is coming. All right, let's see what the Scorpio Collective has going on for this week. As I'm shuffling, I would like to say that my weekly reminder is that you keep a spiritual journal. Sometimes we don't recognize the patterns that are evolving in our life when it comes to our spiritual life and those experiences and things that we're doing, learning. This could be keeping track of maybe dreams that you're having or synchronicities. Maybe you hear a sermon or a lecture, you read a book, just kind of things that you're learning along the way. And it's just good to kind of keep track of those and have them as a reference point as you're evolving. And sometimes it's good to go back and kind of do a little review. So it's just my advice to you is that you keep a spiritual journal, and only because it's been a good thing in my own life. So all right, without further ado, Scorpio, let's get into this reading. September 27th through October 4th, a new start is coming. Scorpio, your overall present energy right now is 7 of Pentacles. And I hesitated only because I feel like I've seen this card in almost every reading this round. So this is just waiting on your harvest. There's some seeds that you've planted. These could be financial seeds, material seeds, but oftentimes it's just kind of in general, just things that you've been working on in your life, and there's nothing really you can do. Those seeds are planted, and you're just kind of waiting on things to come due, right? Your current situation is the 6 of Wands. I've also seen this card. So got a lot of repetitive cards this week. It's very interesting how these weeks happen. Since I started reading for the collective and doing weekly readings, being able to see which cards are kind of making an appearance throughout different readings. It's almost like I can see the different signs interact with each other. It's very interesting to me as a tarot reader. Anyway, I've also seen this card this week is what I'm trying to say. So 6 of Pentacles is really about kind of like, an achievement where you're kind of getting a pat on the back. It's not like a big, huge, win. It's kind of like mission accomplished. Like and this could be why you're waiting on this reward to come in. But this is kind of like people around you kind of recognize that that you're getting things done and things are getting accomplished. So that's a good energy that feels good, to kind of get that recognition. At the root of your situation is something that you're done with. And I don't even see this as a negative thing. I feel like just mentally you're ready to reboot and kind of move on. Again, a new start is coming, so this is just the ending of that. And I don't even see this as negative. I just see it as like things that you've had to focus on and think about. Since this is air sword energy, things that you've had to focus on and think about, you just don't have to think about anymore. It's like that project's done, and it's time to move on. What is just behind you here was the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is kind of a mental breakthrough, aha moment kind of thing. So it could be that is what led to kind of wrapping up this other thing. And this could be anything really. At this point, we've got so many elements out that this wrapping up and kind of waiting for this harvest, this could be work related, this could be relationship related, this could be some sort of a side project related, some passion project that you're involved with. But it's kind of like you had an aha moment, like it's time for this thing to end, and let's end it and let's move on. And it's not a negative thing, it's just kind of like the flow, the way things go. It's time to just move on to the next thing. What is on your mind this week is the 5 of Wands. So there might be some sort of debate. Again, I don't even see this as kind of negative. Sometimes this kind of can feel like a negative card, like it's conflict, but I see that this is also really good competition and debate that's healthy. That healthy debate that we're all learning. We're learning something about the thing that we're debating, right? I'm trying to think of an example of let's say that you're sitting around with friends and family, and you're talking about a certain recipe, for spaghetti sauce. Everybody kind of there's a debate. It's a friendly debate, but you're learning, oh, if I do this to the tomato, it does this thing in this process, and there's a chemical, so if you're listening during that debate, you're also learning and gathering more information and learning. So, debates like that can be good. I feel like this is, it's on your mind to maybe debate, hold your ground, or that could just be where you're seeking out information via debate. So keep that in mind this week as you're moving forward. We've got the 8 of Swords here. So you might be feeling a little bit stuck in where you are. And maybe that's just because even though you've had this idea come in, and you're feeling the satisfaction of just kind of having a little recognition. You're still kind of debating how you're going to move forward, and you might be feeling a little bit stuck, and that debate could maybe help that along a little bit. We'll see what else but you might get to a point where, yeah, this is ending, but and I don't mean stuck like you can't move, because this of course is very easy to break out of, but stuck as in, what is my next move, kind of making that question, and making sure that you're narrowing down the choices that you have. In your advice position is, to think about those things, is to rest and meditate. 4 of Swords here. So it's okay. You've got this new start coming, and if you're feeling a little bit stuck about the next path you should take, 4 of Swords, I also wouldn't be surprised here to see the Hermit card come out. Sometimes it just takes us to get in that rest and meditation mode to think about what the next step is. It doesn't always come naturally that you know what the next thing is. And again, you might be doing some research or questioning people or having little debates about it, and that's just fine too. What is beyond your control this week is the Page of Pentacles. So something new might come into your material realm this week. This could be this could be new money. This could be kind of a new money path for you. This could also be just a material thing. It could be that you're kind of done and stuck, and you do some retail therapy, honestly. You might find that a new something, it's fall season. Maybe it's a new sweater, it's an article of clothing, that makes you feel warm and cozy. There's something, it's kind of beyond your control to just kind of have this new thing in your material realm this week. And it feels like something that's probably a little bit comforting to you. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Ace of Cups. So I hope it's your secret desire. If you're feeling a little bit stuck, I hope it is your secret desire to whatever it is that come into your life, that you just love it. I doubt that you're trying to avoid having this open heart and this, overflow of emotion over something. And maybe you might, of course, that could be. I mean, this will be your big question of the week, just based on where the position of the card is that it is a secret desire, or you're trying to avoid. So you need to ask yourself that, do you want to bring something into your life that you just love, or are you trying to not do that for whatever reason? That it could be completely valid for you. So that'll be your big question. That's something for you to answer, and then move forward accordingly. In your outcome position is the Page of Cups. So I feel like you end the week, we've got 2 pages. We've got this new material thing, and I think also that you're going to come out of this maybe with a newfound sense of humor and fun and lightness, and with kind of that emotional opening, kind of like you're ready for anything. I mean, I would be really shocked to see, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. I won't be shocked if it's something like the Fool, or something about your new journey, because I feel like you're kind of in that transition mode, like evaluating, looking at things, wrapping up, kind of thinking about where you should go, but not really making a decision, and kind of being light about it, which is fine. At the bottom of the deck for you is, yeah, of Wands. That's, this is you thinking about a new venture. And that's hidden from you this week. I feel like this doesn't wrap up. You're just kind of in a mode where you are wrapping something up and you're just evaluating, maybe collecting some information, and then you're kind of in a light mood, right? Like I said, maybe you go shopping and there's a new material thing and that's fun for you. It could be a new video game that just kind of makes you chill out and relax, so that maybe it's time to relax. Don't make any new decisions yet this week. So, like I said, I'm not surprised to see something like this, something about you thinking about the future hidden, or the Fool card. If you come back next week, that might be on the docket for you next week, is that you do start a new journey. But for this week, it's okay. Have that evaluation time, rest and relax a little bit. Think about things, think about where you've been, where you're going. Think if you're feeling a little bit stuck, don't make a decision yet. Get a few laughs in and just enjoy yourself this week. Let's see what the Soul Oracle deck says for you. Also, excuse me, your overall message was a new start is coming. So it's coming. I don't think it's this week though. Okay, a Soul Oracle deck for Scorpio, September 27th through October 4th. Live from your spirit. Yeah, again, not really making big decisions. Just laugh, enjoy yourself, have some fun, relax, have a snack, play a video game, whatever you do to relax, and whatever material thing helps you relax as well. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Scorpio this week. Reassess is the card that comes up for you. You have the right to change your mind. Of course you do. And I just feel like there's no big decisions here, and you may waffle back and forth and you may feel a little bit stuck. And so that clarity will come, as you do this inner seeking, and just relax a little bit. Sometimes, Scorpios, you tend to be very intense. Anyway, just your personalities. Sometimes just take a breath, relax. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to know immediately what the new beginning to this ending is for you. You can maybe just take a little bit of time to kind of see where the universe guides you. Again, if you keep a spiritual journal, watch for those synchronicities, those dreams, those things that come to you, because it's all pointing you on a direction for your current and unique path. So, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use for your week. Of course, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what is resonating with you. Also, if you like my reading style, of course, please like and subscribe. It's really awesome for my channel. It helps me out so much. But more importantly, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and we can see where the story goes. We can see if that new journey, that new start is coming for you and what it might be. So thank you so much, Scorpio, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.